Full-time score, Liverpool 2, Fulham 2. Ladies and gentlemen, this match was a lot for a Liverpool fan in terms of the emotional processing you had to undergo while watching the match, because from the jump, this game was kind of in the balance, I guess. Liverpool didn't get to the best of starts in the opening 10, 15 minutes or so. Really, the first 11 minutes until Fulham scored were all Fulham, if you look at the momentum chart. And then beyond that, up until the 17th minute, things were rocky. And then Robertson gets sent off with straight red card, which means that's a 3-match ban for Robbo in the Premier League. I don't know if that counts for the cup competitions as well. Someone fact check me in the comments on that. But yeah, this match had 9 minutes of stoppage time in the second half. It took a while for Liverpool really to get going. The first half was total anonymousness. There was some chances. There was a big chance that Luis Diaz missed. Some really bad officiating all around by the ref. I think personally, maybe I'm being biased as a Liverpool fan, but I mean, if we look at some of these stats here, we had 10 fouls committed to their 7. Yet, if you look at the yellow cards, 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow cards for them, and 1, 2, 3 yellow cards and technically a red card. So yeah, I mean, it was equal in terms of cardage, but they had less fouls, I suppose. I mean, I think there could have been a bunch key moments in this game besides that. Curtis looked like he picked up a knock for Liverpool. Tete was off. He was subbed off due to an injury for Fulham. Robertson, a lot of people saying this probably like it for him, right? Like he's cost us out. Costas looked really good before his injury. I think he's kind of adapting and developing to a better player, a better, more complete fullback under Arne Slot. But I'd at least want some kind of fullback reinforcement. I know Connor Bradley's there and he's really good. But besides that on the left, like if you lose one of these players on either side, you're just kind of straining yourself. I'd love to see someone who could play on both fullback sides. Ideally, Ferdi Kadioglu would have been perfect, but obviously he's with Brighton. Besides that, Anthony Robinson, man of the match, captain for Fulham, got 2 assists, was just incredible down the left-hand side defensively, was very good at keeping Trent busy, was just going up and down constantly, was the captain today for Fulham. It was incredible, really, to try to have him kind of have Liverpool deal with that down the left-hand side was a whole problem, let alone that and the Wobie and whoever else was going on to that left-hand side. But really, beyond the red card, Liverpool kind of adapted into a 3-4-2 kind of formation. First half, it didn't really click. Second half, it immediately clicked as we saw Gakpo get a goal in the 47th minute. From there, the game kind of meandered until some changes were made. Changes were made all the way in. Let me see exactly when the subs were made. The 70th minute, Kwanzaa and Nunez came on for Liverpool, and then Harvey and Jota came on right after the Muniz goal, which was the 2-1 go-ahead for Fulham, also assisted by Robinson. Jota got the goal in the 86th, assisted by Darwin Nunez. So a Salah-less goal, finally, for Liverpool after a long while of kind of just seeing a ton of those. Don't get me wrong, I would have loved it to be 3-2 and Salah to score, but that wasn't how the match played out. 2-2 draw at the end of it. What does this mean for the table? Chelsea now with a game tomorrow against Brentford. That's so stupid. Brentford. If they win Chelsea, they're at home at Stamford Bridge. They'll go up to 34 points. Liverpool's on 36 points. Liverpool will have a match in hand after tomorrow. So depending on how that goes, a draw or a loss would be huge for Liverpool, considering that Arsenal had already also drawn today against Everton at home. For me, I personally think most likely scenario is Chelsea get the win tomorrow, cuts the lead down to 2 with the game in hand for Liverpool, which if Liverpool should win would restore this 5-point lead. But you never know. There's a chance, maybe, just maybe, that Brentford could sneak a victory or a draw. I really doubt a victory would be the case. A draw, maybe, though. Visa and Mbeumo both have almost, I think they're both at 9 goals each this season in the Premier League. I could be wrong. At least in the whole campaign thus far, they've netted 9 goals. So they've been really good. Brentford, even better without Tony this season. So it's been wonderful to see some kind of tight, tense Premier League action. Little annoying as a Liverpool fan, the way this match played out, from the officiating to the goals to the defending. Liverpool need reinforcements in January. That much is clear to me, at least. Maybe the higher ups at the club don't see that as the case, but there's points that are being dropped here at a readily continual rate that don't really they don't really help us at all. Like, we're in a position where we're just kind of hoping that some players can moonlight in positions like Gomez at left back, or we've done the Diaz experiment at striker, but now with Jota, maybe you don't need Diaz up top. Where's Harvey fit? I think Harvey did well, not to kind of pick him out and single him out, but I think that figuring out more kind of tangible, firm kind of positions for these players would be the key going forward. Specifically, Jota, Diaz, Darwin, Harvey. If you could figure that out, and Gakpo as well. I think Gakpo on the left works, but should you be able to figure that out as Arne Slot, I think you're in a much better position. But really, 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 if we're being honest, the key to Liverpool moving forward, and the issue over the last couple seasons and the last couple weeks, not really the start of the season, but it's become more apparent in the last couple weeks. Liverpool's defense is kind of starting to show more holes. It's starting to become more porous. Obviously, you have Konate injured, that immediately is going to bring the team down. You have Robertson, who's not playing on his best form, and then also picking up a slight knock in the 17th minute and then getting sent off. That's going to be really bad for his confidence and just everything generally past that. But in terms of my thought process, I think Liverpool will reinforce in January. They have the money, they have the registration slot. I think it's the smart thing to do considering the position they're in. I would love to see Liverpool go out and maybe contest for a fullback who could play on both sides of left back and right back. Tough to say. There was a fight at the end of Wolves Ipswich. What was that? Why are they fighting? But I think there's a lot to consider for Liverpool going forward. Hopefully Arne Slot will be vocal towards the structure that exists to get some good signings in January, and for Liverpool to make a concerted push for the Champions League and Premier League and all other titles that they still are competing for this season. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new, like if you enjoyed, and comment down below. What do you think about Liverpool's kind of performance today? Obviously, I think most of us are a bit more dour on it if you're a Liverpool fan, but let me know what you thought about Liverpool today, what you thought about Fulham, what you think about the Premier League season as it stands, and what you think the title race is shaping up to be. Thank you so much for joining me on Sideline Sedo. Peace.